Hi, Miranda from pawTree here. I have been asked to share a little bit of Branch's story as relates to his nutrition. So Branch is one of my cats. He is sitting over here on the side of the camera. He absolutely loves our treat, so I thought that I might be able to entice him in front of the camera if he has some of the treat, but we'll see if he's camera shy or not. So Branch is about 2 years old. Come here, Branch. Come on. And when he was a baby, we did rescue him or adopt him from a rescue organization around the Madison, Wisconsin area. And when he was a baby, he joined us at about 8 weeks. And I think it was around 6 months old that all of a sudden one night, I just noticed that he wasn't acting normal. He was laying on the ground. He was very lethargic. He wouldn't move. He was crying. And then all of a sudden he started throwing up. And he kept trying to go to the bathroom everywhere. And nothing happened when he would try to go to the bathroom. And it got really bad. So I ended up taking him to the emergency vet. And we found out that he had a very severe case of bladder crystals. And it was stuck in his urethra. And he wasn't able to urinate like a cat or a dog or a human should. And because of that, let's see, Mr. Branchy, come here. I know, cats don't like to do anything you ask of them. But because of that, he ended up spending about 3 days in the emergency vet office. And then he had to go, according to our vet, he had to go on prescription food for the rest of his life. So he was on that for a while, and he didn't like it. He was skinny, he was scrawny, and I had to watch everything that he put into his mouth. He was not wanting to, he wanted to eat anything but his prescription food, but the vet warned us if he ate anything else, he could die. And there he is. Branch, you wanna try? See, yeah, say hi. Say hi. Yep, there's Branch. Hello. He's a very social kitty cat, and he's eating the treat that I have down here on the table, which, by the way, the treat that I have is our chicken, apples, and kale. He goes nuts over these. And they are a pretty large size, so sorry to deviate from my story, but you can see they are a pretty large size, but they crumble really easily. So I actually will break them apart, and he'll take the whole thing in his mouth. He was on prescription food, and like I said, he hated it. He was not gaining weight. He was very petite, and I didn't like it at all, but I thought that's what we needed to do to keep him alive. Fast forward to me learning about pawTree because of Jovi, our golden doodle, and I started doing some more research on the food and really, really wanted to try the pawTree food on him. So I talked about it with our veterinarian, and we also did a baseline urinalysis on him to make sure he had 0 crystals at the time, and 0 protein whatsoever in his urine. So he is actually trying to get more treats from me right now. And he was fine at that moment. So our veterinarian agreed to let us try, say hi, Branch. Agreed to let us try the pawTree food. And I tried the whitefish, which it was real whitefish and brown rice. It is a healthy grain. So all of our food is either grain-free or healthy grain. Healthy grain means there's no corn, no wheat, no soy, no artificial preservatives, colors, or flavors inside of our food. And I started him on the real whitefish and brown rice food. He loved it, and so did our other cat, Poppy. And we also started him on the morsels. So with wet food, you have either pate or you have morsels. And our cats have always liked the morsels more than the pate. So we tried both the turkey and chicken morsels and also the whitefish and salmon morsels for them. And they liked both. So we waited about 6 months and, monitored Branch really, really closely to see if he showed signs of any crystals or any other problem inside of his bladder or urethra. And 6 months after starting the food, we went back to the vet just for a routine check. and they did another urinalysis and there was still 0 crystals. And on top of it, Branch gained the weight that he needed to gain, and he eats and is just a much happier and social cat than what he ever was on that prescription food. He also, in addition to the cat food from pawTree, he also gets our bladder support supplement. And our bladder support, just to let you know, is includes, and I was just going to read it to you here. It has D-mannose, cranberry, glucosamine, and marshmallow root in it. And it helps to maintain a normal urine pH and promotes optimal urinary tract health. It's absolutely great, and it comes in a soft chew. And what I do is actually crumble it on top of their kibble. So they get kibble in their automatic feeder, and then I do one of the canned cat food per day, split up across 2 meals as well. So that's Branch's story. We are going to be monitoring him with our vet every 6 months for the foreseeable future, just to make sure that in fact this wasn't a fluke. And I would just say that if you are looking at switching over from a prescription diet to our pawTree nutrition, to definitely work with your vet. It's not something to take lightly. And I would never suggest that just because it worked for us that it's going to work for you. But I sincerely appreciate the relationship that we have with our vet, and also appreciate that how well Branch is doing right now. So any questions, reach out to either me or whichever pet pro you're working with. And it was, oh, and the other thing I wanted to share with you actually was the actual food. So let's see if I can, I don't think I can do that from here. But reach out, and if you have any questions, let me know. All right, take care. Bye.